Hello there, and welcome to today's Steel Fury video, where we play the nice little Stuart tank, a Lend-Lease version that is. After playing the Trigui Pass campaign where we had all those little Stuarts, I kind of wanted to try this little thing for myself, so here we are. Today's mission is pretty simple. We are to attack the village of Bliznovo here, and then we'll expect an enemy counterattack and hold it, basically. So, let me get my own tanks into formation. Oh, somebody drove through a house. Doesn't matter though. On this hard-packed ground, the Stuart tank can be quite speedy, I think. So let's try to make use of that. I don't want to crush the little... Oh, sorry! Oh, okay. Enemy fire incoming. Okay, these are friendly trenches. I hope I don't crush anybody. Sorry, guys. Enemy tank sighted. Okay, there's the village that we need to capture. Enemy tank. There! Down there. Okay, I can see it. 195. Load armor piercing. Drive forward. Let's get into a position from where we can actually see that thing. Although, this is more difficult than it looks to keep the gun focused on our target. Okay. That's a Panzer III at or 2 Panzer... Oh god, that's not good. Okay, and that was way too far. So they've already closed to about 500 meters. Maybe I can deal with them at that range. What's that? This is Oak. The enemy makes an attempt to counterattack from the village Bliznovo. Come back to the initial positions of the village Kabala and firmly hold on to the defensive area. Okay, so we are falling back. Attack aborted. Alright. No issues with me there. That's 3 tanks. 3 enemy tanks. Okay. Hold on to the defensive positions in the village Kabala. Yeah, let's get out of here. We are getting out of here. They will chew us up if we stay here. Don't get stuck there, please. Okay. We are behind the crest of the hill. Let's try to get into a defensible position inside this village, maybe behind one of their houses that are still standing. And we'll engage the enemies as they cross this hill crest here. That sounds sensible. I think I want to take up position maybe behind that little orchard here. Okay, I have at least 3 tanks remaining to me. Which is good. That's quite decent. Let's try to find ourselves some positions. Okay, these trees can give me a little bit of concealment to my left. And I can engage anything that comes up from my front. That doesn't sound too bad. Also, once the enemy crosses or the hill of the... once the enemy crosses the crest of the hill, he will be engaged by my infantry, so they can maybe help out here. Okay, shooting up ahead. I want to take a quick look. What's that? That's one of my own tanks. Okay. He's shooting at the enemy while he's retreating. Let's use this haystack as a little bit of makeshift concealment. Okay, there's one Stuart stuck up ahead. I think he's most likely dead. Oh, I just crushed my own concealment. That's not good. Okay. Enemy half-track. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just saw it. There it is. Missed. But my infantry is engaging it. And that shell just passed through the whole thing. Okay, the others will deal with it. There's another one. Damn it, missed again. Let's use some machine gun fire here to maybe take out the gunner on that thing. That was a good hit. Yeah, that thing should be taken out. Let's scan for more targets. There's another one. Damn it. Short. Enemy infantry. Where is it? The other half-track must be behind this orchard somewhere. (165) 300 enemy tank. Yes, actually there is an enemy tank. Damn it, just missed. Let's focus on that. At this range we should be able to pin the Panzer III. There it comes. That was a pretty solid hit, but I think it bounced off. Let's try the lower plate. What? That sounded solidly. Okay, that tank is driving straight through this orchard. Let's wait for it to appear behind this house. And suppress enemy infantry in the meantime. Where is it? I'm getting nervous if I can't see the enemy tank. I gotta admit that. 210 enemy tank. So further right than the previous one. Where? There! Good hit into the turret. Let's try to maybe blind him by shooting at his optics. Let's hope that I can take out the turret crew here. So far he does not seem to have spotted me, which is very good. Aspen 3, my tank is hit, save your asses. Okay, I just lost one tank. That thing is still coming. Let's try to hit the... Let's reverse, oh my god, that was close. They are bailing. I don't know if it was me or my infantry, but these guys are bailing. Next target. Hi! Oh my god. Forwards. Fast, 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 fast. Let's try to get on its side. Oh damn it, that thing is not playing around. I did hit it, I don't know where though. Let's try this. Straight into the side of the turret. I don't know if that penetrated or not. Yes, actually it did. My god. Okay, let's get out of here. Reverse out of this. I don't know if the tank crew has grenades or not. And I don't want to find out. The Stuart is not very resistant to anything, really. Enemy tank, side profile. Fire. Oh, he just took a nasty hit from something. I hope they bail out. Let's try to hit the side of the turret if possible. I think that was a turret hit. Okay, let's try to pan the lower hull. That's always a good place to shoot. And let's pan it right here Where the driver is sitting. Okay, it's on fire. We hit a vulnerable spot. Half-track. That thing should be disabled. Another half-track incoming. Hit. And enemy infantry. Load high explosive. Oh, this is hectic. Also, I really should close my top hatch. You guys. Okay, that high explosive grenade actually did something. Do we have more enemy tanks, or is that all? We still have at least some infantry, our infantry, that is, remaining. That's good, that's very good. Okay, this gives me a better view. Alright, what's going on around me? Okay. My own tanks. Oh, that's a lot of destruction here. Let's see if we can mop up the enemy infantry that was attacking us. I hope I still have tanks that can follow me. Well, yes, at least one. Oh my god, okay. This thing does not like trenches. Enemy soldiers. Oh, aiming this thing is surprisingly difficult in this view. The turret has a weird response to inputs. Where are they? Come out. Enemy APC 120. So one of these things is possibly still alive, or there's one more. And what are those sounds behind the orchard in front of me? I don't like this. There's something. And it's coming, yeah, it's coming. It's coming to the right side here. What are you? Oh. Let's go this way. Let's not drive back into the trench. If possible. Yeah, there's still something remaining here. What's that? That's a Panzer II. Load armor piercing. Let's get a good view of that thing and put one straight into the turret ring if possible. Well, that was good. Straight into the turret. I hear more noises. So I don't discount the possibility that there's actually another one. Yeah, this should be sufficient to take out that tank. I mean, we have a 37mm gun on this tank of ours, so don't expect a strong punch here, but a tank is a tank, right? So we can still make use of this thing. Let's see if there's anything else. That's a Panzer II right next to us here. And it's alive, and it's alive. The turret is slewing around. I hope I'm pretty safe here. Aim up. I didn't tell you you could move. They're bailing. They're bailing out. Jumping off the tank. Let's make sure that these guys are dead. There's one. And he's running. Now continue this, we are not finished here. Damn it, he's running away. And I have a German shouting. Got him. He's dead, okay. Mission accomplished, hold on to the defensive positions in the village Kabbalah. Yeah, we did that, so the enemy attack that actually occurred at the same time as ours was defeated, and the enemy is retreating. Let's get out of the orchard and see if we can maybe pick off a few running enemies. That's a half-track moving. And that was a high explosive shell that did pretty much nothing. Let's still try to take out that thing. I think these were solid hits. And that vehicle should be dead. Anybody else? Or was that it? Let's take a look around. See what's going on here. Okay, enemy vehicle burning off there in the distance. Now the question is, should we maybe attack towards the village? We could follow up this enemy attack. But then again, our numbers have been reduced. We have lost tanks. So the force that we assembled for the attack is actually pretty much destroyed. I could attack together with one other steward. But yeah, the enemy lost a lot of stuff too. Let me try to see. Okay. I mean, the mission is not called off, right? We could go for it. Is there another vehicle coming up behind me that will maybe join us? Let's see. There's another steward rolling up. Let's see what he does. Well, it looks like these guys are going for it. So let's join them, I guess. This is nice. A nice little tank charge. Very nice. Now, what will the enemy have in the village? Maybe a little bit of infantry. Maybe an AT gun or two. That would be bad. I don't like AT guns, especially not when I'm sitting inside a steward that has paper thin armor. Really paper thin armor. This thing will not withstand a well-aimed shot by an AT gun. So, let's just try to use our speed here. Wow, this is a bumpy ride in this thing. It's jumping up and down a lot. Okay. Some trenches, but they seem to be mostly empty. So I guess the enemy was throwing basically everything that they had. No, there are enemies in the trenches. Okay. Hold for a moment. Let's bring the gun around and let's put a high explosive shell inside the trench if possible. There they are. Good catch. We also have shrapnel rounds. I'll try to use one of those now. Somebody's throwing away his rifle. Very nice. But yeah, I think we can deal with the last enemies here. That's a dead soldier. Okay, let's keep going. Also, make sure that our hatch is closed. Plonk, there we go. Oh, this is a nice little tank. When it's on firm ground, it can be surprisingly quick. Look at it. Quite awesome. But yeah, it also has significant disadvantages. The gun is pretty terrible once you start to fight Panzer IIIs, and well, if you're up against a Panzer IV, you have to get really uncomfortably close to it. The suspension, well, you can see how bumpy it is. And yeah, we captured the village. Awesome. The suspension is not great. The tracks are very narrow, so if this thing has to move on soft soil, it doesn't do well at all. And it also had some trouble with the view options inside the tank, so there were not many sides that the commander could use. So very often the commander had to do this. What did they say? 180 greater than 1000? Enemy infantry? Yeah, I don't care. That must be some fleeing remains. I guess that's a successful mission. Mission accomplished. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the statistics. Oh, we actually got hit. Okay. We fired 49 shots, fired 681 machine gun rounds, scored 58 hits, took 4 hits in return. We destroyed 6 targets, killed 27 enemy soldiers. So that gives us 1, 2, 3 half-tracks, 2 Panzer IIIs and 1 Panzer II. And now let's see what actually hit us. So a Panzer III was shooting at us. Panzergranate 39, so anti-tank grenade 39. We were hit twice, one time at a range of 557 meters. That did not penetrate. And the other time at a range of only 80 meters. And that thankfully also did not penetrate. It seems that it hit this towing hook here. So we were quite lucky. Also, we were quite lucky that we were engaging Panzer IIIs with the short-barreled 5cm gun. If we had been up against the long-barreled 5cm gun armed Panzer III, these shells would have penetrated us. Let's see, what other hits did we suffer? I can't see any. So maybe... Oh, there's something here. Okay. Okay, we were hit by 2 bullets, basically. So no problem there. So 2 real hits on our tank, and we survived both of those. We were lucky, I can tell you that much. Let's have a look. What did our other tanks accomplish? Chestnut 1. What are you? BA-64. So basically the clown car. You drove straight into a trench and didn't get out anymore. Awesome. Then we have, yeah, that's our tank, we had a look at that already. Then we have another Stuart here, one of ours. He got hit pretty hard into the turret by one of the Panzer IIIs. Gunner and loader were both killed. And it was also immobilized at some point, but apparently they managed to fix the track. Nicely done. The other Stuart is immobilized all the way back here in the village. Hit into the engine. Hit into the... Oh, this is interesting. Where did this shell hit? Hit into the front of the tank, and then the shell detonated inside, apparently. So loader, driver, they were both taken out. Yeah, okay, there's the hit. Interesting. Hit the driver's... Oh yeah, it hit the driver's hatch. Poor guy. Then we have the stewards here. What did you do? You were also hit. Wow, these Panzer IIIs really did something. One hit from a 5 cm shell at 355 meters, penetrated into the tank, killed everybody inside, damaged the ammunition and radio. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I don't know how we managed to survive that hit. Really don't. This is the steward, I think, that initiated this little rush on the village. You are doing okay. An M3 Lee tank. It's good that we had these things. They can certainly take a punch, but not if it's fired into their side. Because look here, 7.5 cm shell. That was fired by one of the half-tracks. Everybody inside was killed. Oh my god. Poor guys. Another Lee. Where did you drive to? And wow, look at this anti-tank ditch here. Nice. Okay, so the Panzer IIIs were apparently shooting at this thing. No, it was not the Panzer IIIs. Well, it was everybody. Everybody was shooting at this thing. But nobody penetrated. Yeah. The Lee can take some punishment. But it's still... Well, I guess their morale was broken and so they retreated from the village where the fighting was. That's not cool, guys. Don't do that. Panzer II. Oh, look at this. They had one more Panzer II that we did not have to engage because they managed to flip it. Nicely done. This Panzer II, that's the one that we engaged here in the orchard. And they did abandon it, so it received one hit into its side that damaged the fuel tank. I think we did put a hit into the back or something like that, didn't we? Anyway, we certainly put a hit into the front, and that actually did penetrate and killed the driver and destroyed the radio. So that is when the commander and the gunner decided to bail out. Understandable. This Panzer II was also engaged by us, and apparently by the Lees. And wow, it took a lot of hits. But it looks like one of the Lees actually got a really telling hit on this thing with his 75mm gun. Driver, gunner, machine gunner, all dead. Panzer III. Yeah, look how many hits this thing took until it went down. The 37mm gun of the Steward is really not that great. It can do the job at close range, but damn, does it need a lot of hits. Anyway, the crew inside this vehicle didn't seem to survive this. Another Panzer III also destroyed. Oh, this one actually, yeah, that was the one that drove up to the infantry trenches here. And the infantry did manage to throw some grenades at it. Those grenades didn't do anything though, so it was actually our shells that did the damage. I think I did put one straight into the turret here, and that did penetrate, and it took out the gun. So that's when the crew decided to bail out. It was probably a really bad idea to bail out right next to a trench filled with Soviet infantry. As you can see, here's one, there's one, another one is here next to the tank. I think another one here to the front of the tank somewhere, yeah. So bailing out right next to an enemy infantry trench, not the smartest thing in the world. And I think this is the last Panzer III. Look at this thing. This thing looks like a boar that has been hunted with spears and is full of them. Look at this. So much needed to take down a little Panzer III. What is in essence one of the, well, lighter German tanks. What else do we have? Oh, they had a Panzer IV. They had a Panzer IV and it was thankfully killed by one of the Lees. Because we would have struggled. We really would have struggled. Panzer IV is more heavily armored than the Panzer III, so I'm glad that this thing was taken out at range apparently. And then I think we come to the half-tracks. Those are some interesting half-tracks they have. This is a Kanonenwagen. So half-track, armed with a 75mm gun, I think. Can fire pretty effective heat shells. Pretty nice vehicle, to be honest. This one, that's just quote-unquote the normal half-track. Oh no, it isn't. It's actually armed with a gun. So this should be a 3.7cm anti-tank gun mounted on top of the half-track. I think it's pretty amazing what the Germans did with the half-tracks. They used them for basically everything. So many different versions of this thing. Yeah, this is the quote-unquote normal one with the machine gun. But yeah, these things, well, against tanks they of course don't stand a chance. And what do we have here? The last half-track, also abandoned. Nice. So, I think that was a nice mission. That was a pretty nice mission. I like playing little quirky tanks. I don't know why. They are super vulnerable, but they are fast and fun. And I like fast and fun, so that was nice. Okay. I hope to have sorted out my new PC within the week, so that next week we can start with a new grand campaign in Gravity Team Tactics Mios Front. And it will be an awesome one, I can tell you that much. Until then, have some great days and goodbye.